drove by Glendale, 'cause you are out of town.
Maybe any thoughts on Glendale?
I liked it in a creepy kind of way. It was very moody and evocative, so I couldn't tell whether it was going to be bad, good, and it had all those elements. It had all those elements, and they interspersed, and so I always felt ungrounded because I wasn't sure what it was trying to say, but I think at the end it was clear it was not good.
Detroit. It's filmed in, it was Detroit. Like, Detroit was as much a character as it was a location. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
You don't really get to find out, they all kind of have journeys. They're quite scattered, they're kind of broken, but there are journeys happening. There's that one person who's a father, who loves his child, who sees his parental rights are being terminated. There's the guy who's doing drugs. Like, how did it make you feel? Kind of gothic elements to it a little bit.
It's a little scary how the city's like a wasteland, and it looked like this is an apocalypse at first. And the stories are also like a broken people in a broken city. The one bit of text that was in it when we saw the parental leave thing made the story much clearer for me. Although I didn't feel I needed any story to enjoy what was happening in the film. Like I was drinking in the moments of dancing and song and everything when they broke into it. Like there was just something delightful and whimsical about this really ugly and broken world, which made this a very beautiful film that I loved.
It is hauntingly beautiful. It is polished and gleaming for being full of so much decadence, and I mean that as in decay.
I was a little sad that it ended so tragically for everything, and I agree with what he said that I didn't necessarily need a deep couple of stories to appreciate what I was seeing in the film.
I thought for something so short and with so little dialogue being told almost exclusively visually that it really did have a complexity of character. Like, I was so happy the guy got his kid back. I was so sad he had to shank so many people. And but like, I felt like this is the world they're from, and that's the world they see.
I think one of the things that stood out to me was actually the dancing, in particular because it is contrasted against such sadness. I don't know if I would call it brokenness, rather that's like, I think it's a display of humanity given that circumstances, right? And I like what you said about Detroit being a character, because I think that's what brings out that behavior, right? Those circumstances, those structures that are surrounding them, right? And if you lack resources and means and tools, well then certain things come out, right? And then, but even in the midst of that, there's still beauty, and that's what I see in the dancing.
I think you've made an incredibly intelligent and deep comment there. It's not broken. It's the structure and the circumstances they're in that make them make these choices. So excellent, well put.